it's better for you to go with something that is not needed at the end of the day than for you not to go with that thing, and then you get there and it's there and you're like, why didn't I bring it, why didn't I carry it? These days I find that I'm very hyped when I want to film for YouTube, and this wasn't the case a few months ago. I feel like making the decision to just show up irrespective of how I feel or what's happening. Just show up, bring yourself here, turn on your camera and just start talking. I feel like that has helped me a lot. So my phone, yeah, I think this is good. Oh no, it's too dark. Yeah, so I film with my phone, guys. There was a time where I was saying that I wanted to get a camera before I start filming, like a digital camera. I have one, but it's better for pictures than for videos. Last year December I made this decision that I will not resume YouTube till I can buy maybe an 80D camera or a video camera, like a camera for just video, get the lenses I need and all those things. But then I told myself, I mean, I have an iPhone, and the last time I checked, iPhones are really good for videos and all of that. So why do I have to chill and keep waiting for the camera to come? And you know one thing about procrastination, your reason is always very valid. Like the excuse you want to give for procrastinating is always very valid. Like for me, it was like my phone memory is not large enough to accommodate all the videos that I want to be doing on YouTube. I want to be batch creating videos, be batch filming. So how much space you have on the phone that I'll be able to batch film for a while? And of course the camera quality will add to the efficacy of the video and all those things. Those were all valid reasons. But then now that I look back, I realized that it was just really rubbish, if I'm being honest, because I mean, these videos are not bad, do you understand? And yeah, I cannot batch create, I cannot batch film for YouTube, but who really cares about batch filming for YouTube when there's always something in your life to share with people? Like literally, you don't have to, if you want to batch film for YouTube, no wala, but I don't think that you would be very like, I don't think it would be organic, do you understand, if you're batch creating, in my opinion, no, because it's really like you're doctoring all the content, do you understand? It's not like, it actually depends on the kind of vlogs you want to share too. If you want to share how-to videos, all those things, yeah, you can batch create. But for me, in this phase of my YouTube journey, I'm more about sharing my experiences as they come, do you understand? I'm not trying to show people how to do a particular thing, do you get? So batch creating doesn't really apply to me. So in summary, all those things I was saying were just another reason to procrastinate, do you understand? It wasn't reason enough not to resume my YouTube journey. So I'm happy that I started when I began. Like I resumed in January this year, and this is what, July, and I'm still here, still using the same iPhone 7s, yeah, iPhone 7s, and I'm still turning out good content, even when I think I took 2 months break, but I'm still here, do you understand? Then imagine if I had just chilled and waited for the camera, I probably would not even have begun. I've had the money to buy the camera, funny enough, I've had the money several times to buy the camera, but to show you that it wasn't really about the camera, I haven't bought it because it's probably not that important to me. My phone is doing that work. Alright, enough said. Let me stop blabbing. If you have anything you're procrastinating about, trust me, the reason you're giving is not worthy. Start now, start when you can, because I mean the way life changes, the way life, like you can sleep tomorrow and wake up and something just changes in your life and you cannot do the things that you said you wanted to do. That is life. Like it's not about life being unfair, it's just how life is. It's very unpredictable. So whenever you make a plan to do something, except maybe something life threatening happens, maybe your health, you cannot show up or any other thing, but if you can show up, if you're healthy, if you're well up here and your body, and you can show up and do what you said you were going to do, because tomorrow I don't want to scare you, but tomorrow is not guaranteed. Let's just be honest with ourselves. So I have a job tomorrow. That's why I even came up here before I started talking. I have a job tomorrow. I'll be shooting for a meat brand. So this lady, she sells meat on Instagram, like cow sharing, meat sharing, beef, goat, ram, all those things. So she reached out to me on Instagram. Oh, I would like you to take pictures of my product and all of those things, and we got talking, and I love that energy. You know, when a client reaches out to you and you're talking to her, you're like, okay, I love this woman's energy. I don't know if it's just me, but when I talk to you on the phone, I can sense if I'm going to like to work with you or not. That's why I'm telling you, like, that's why there's some jobs that I turned down because of the vibe you're giving me on the phone. Like, there was a client that called me, that reached out to me over the weekend, and then I called the client, and then we got talking, and I realized that the client's vibe was very off. Like, it was sounding like the client thought that because the client was paying me, the client was doing me a favor. So when I told the client my rate, the client was not like, it's too expensive, I cannot pay that amount, and the tone was very demeaning. I silently just packed myself and said, okay, this client is not for me. And even if the client comes back, I would think twice before collecting money and doing a job, because I'm like, I need the money, but I do not want you to start, like, you've already begun our should I say transaction with sounding like the money I'm charging is not worth the work I'm bringing. Do you understand? So I don't, if you start to do me like that, I don't know how it would pan out. Like, maybe I would end up doing the work for you and you complain all through. Do you understand? So I would rather, it's two different things. It's only for the client to tell you, oh, I cannot afford that. Do you understand? Can you give me some discount? That one is different. We are negotiating. Do you get? And I would come down to a particular level that you can afford, that is still okay for me. But when you're like, this one, that one, what is there now? Is it not just to? And I'm like, okay, this person does not value the work that goes into photographing. So, and it wasn't just pictures. This person wanted videos and pictures on the same day. And those things take a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of thinking. It's a lot of work. Do you understand? And we are a 3-man team. You get? So don't come and be reducing, in fact, bad energy. So when I got off the call, I just told myself, I'm not even going to take this job, even if the person comes back, because that would be looking for trouble for myself and all of that. I can't work with someone that already talks down on my work, or it's already talking down on the money I'm charging. Do you understand? Talking down on my work, literally, because you're not seeing the value that I'm bringing. Your own is just, I cannot pay that. It's not justice. So that's off. So I have this job tomorrow, back again. I don't know why I always go off point. I have this job tomorrow, and I spoke to the lady, and I love the way she sounds. Back to the point, saying it. And usually when I have shoots, excuse me, I spend the day before charging my batteries, charging my lights, cleaning my backdrop. I use for food brands, most times I use PVC. Except for food brands, as if I shoot for any other brand. I mean, I'm a food photographer, so for most of the food brands I shoot for, I use PVC, either a black PVC or a white PVC. So this client asked for a white PVC, but I would still go with the black one just in case. I learned earlier on that it's better for you to go with something that is not needed at the end of the day than for you not to go with that thing, and then you get there and it's there and you're like, why didn't I bring it? Why didn't I carry it? Just pray for me that God gives me the best wisdom, creativity, patience, and all of that. See you guys tomorrow. So this was 8 a.m. The shoot time was for 11, so we headed out as early as we could. The distance wasn't far, so I think we left like 9:30ish, and we got missing several times because we didn't really get the directions right. But Uber driver was very like, he was open to asking people for directions, and before long we got on the right track. So we arrived I think 20 minutes before time for the shoot. And so this is the entrance to the abattoir. I have never been to an abattoir before, like a real abattoir, and this one is Lagos State Complex. Like, this is owned by the state government, so it's really big. Nothing really prepared me for the sights and the smells and the sounds, but I love to experience new things. So we found our client in this office. She told us to drive in. I opened the gate, we drove in, we met her, we did all the hello and the highs, and then we entered into the part where she has her office. We walked in. Guys, this place looks like they kill a lot here. I mean, I freaked out at some point seeing all the sharp places and all the stones up here. So this is my client's office, and since her products were not on ground yet, I and hubby went for a walk around. So we saw them killing a live cow. Guys, I will not show you guys that, but it was scary. This is me walking out. So you guys can see my full outfit with my favorite shoes and my knapsack. Guys, so I've never been to an abattoir before, like a proper one. The only ones I've seen are the ones on the roadside. So I'm really psyched to be here. And okay, so client just called. The first item that on the shoot list is available. That's ram meat. So I and hubby say hi. We're heading back to the client's office to start the shoot. All right, guys, this place smells sharp, by the way. The smell is horrible. And the flies are a lot. So time to set up my camera, my light, everything is up. So I'm just putting my lens. I'm using a 50mm. I just got this lens, I think, last month, and I'm crazy about how sharp it is. I'm crazy about the output from the lens. And this is our first subject. This is, I think this was this goat meat? I think the first thing we shot was goat meat here. So the brand is Meat Madame NG. And God, guys, I love what this woman is doing. So you know, when you buy meat on the roadside, that it's very, very unhealthy because of how they kill the goats or the protein or the animal, and how they burn off the hair and all of that. But what she's doing is very different. And in summary, her meat is healthy. It's healthy because it's being prepared properly and all of that. So this is me taking other shots. And God, guys, this squat, I mean, I was just squatting all through and I felt no pain on my knees. So this is me seeing rather the effects of working out and all of that. All right, guys, plenty talk. This is me copying the pictures for my client and turning them to JPEG so I could send them to her phone so she could see the pictures in her phone, and she felt very good about that. She was so happy. I mean, she kept saying, I don't have to edit it, it's fine and all of that. So I felt good. And at this point, I was very exhausted. I was just trying to smile. I was just waiting for the client to bring in the last product, and which we didn't shoot with those ones, so that I could shoot it and send it to her.
I can post them like
so this. We wrapped up and we packed everything into the boot of the Uber. That's hubby trying to put our carton in, and this is us going. Guys, it wasn't a very tiring shoot, but I was still exhausted, and the client was really lovely. You can follow her on meatmadam.ng. She sells very hygienic meat, like grass-fed, no chemicals and all the rest added to it. All right, guys, if you watched this far, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.